I thought that would go a little bit better. Okay, let's try something else. Say hey, Rye. Say hey, everybody. Say welcome back to my channel. You just want the food. That's all you want me for is the food. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. If you do not know who I am, if you do not know who I am, my name is Shay, and I love pretty much anything healthy, including fitness, exercise, the foods that I eat, supplements that I take. So for today's video, I really wanted to talk about superfoods. So I'm gonna keep it real with you. It took a lot of time for me to set this up. You know, I put the beans in the bowl, the strawberries in the bowl. I put a bunch of stuff in a bowl to make it look 10 times nicer, but realistically, it's usually in this. Just keeping it real. I'm also gonna keep it real with you and tell you my kitchen never looks this clean. In fact, I got all the crap over here. These are just a few of some of the foods that I really love, and today we're gonna kind of dive in, take a dive in, and talk about all of the health benefits, and hopefully you learned something that you didn't already know. And if you did, thanks for watching anyways. I wanna have a disclaimer here for anybody who's watching. I am not a dietitian. I do what works for my body. I listen to my body. I'm an intuitive eater. I don't go on diets. The only thing that I don't eat is like dairy, meat, and soy, and that's because of the effects that it has on my body. So with that said, I eat when my body thinks that I'm hungry. For me, it works, and for me, I see the results, and for me, I feel the healthiest that I've ever been because I just listen to my body. So everything that you see here isn't necessarily going to affect you the same way that it's gonna affect me. I just did my research on the internet. This is the stuff that I like to eat. Just a little disclaimer there. Like, don't want anybody snapping my head off. Like, you ain't no dietitian, you don't know. I know a little bit because I did my research, but you're right, I'm not a dietitian. So a superfood is a nutrient-rich food considered to be especially beneficial for your health and your well-being. So before I start this video, there's something that I really find really important to talk about, because as this whole like crazy thing is going on in the world and we're all stuck at home, I found myself to be more on social media. And there's a lot of time for like comparison, and there's a lot of time for like wishing you had that or wishing you had this, wishing you look like that, wishing you look like this. At the end of the day, I just want to say, like, take this time to be really kind to your body, especially because the gyms aren't open and a lot of us are issued to stay at home right now. I'm doing a lot of at-home workouts, but it's nothing compared to being in the gym because I don't have the heavy weight equipment that I usually would have. You're not the only one who's feeling like you're losing your gains. Anyways, keep working out. Do what you can. Do what you can at home. Just remember that Instagram and Pinterest and all of their social media platforms, they're all highlight reels, all of it. So, you know, as you're home more often and you're on your phone more and you're not, a lot of us aren't at work, you know, we have a lot of free time. Try to do something that you've wanted to get accomplished for a really long time, and either you made the excuse like you didn't have time, or you really were too busy to do it. Like, now is the time to do it. And just try to avoid comparing yourself to all the Facetune images that are all over social media. The end. That's it for my rant. Okay, let's get into it. Let us begin and talk about, I think there's 9. I had 10, but then I was like, I don't really like the 10th one because I don't really eat it that often. So pretty much everything that you see here is, I eat it like either on the daily or every other day, just depending on the meal plans that we come up with, that I come up with. No shade, Kev. No shade. So the first one that I eat every single morning, I eat oatmeal. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. These are bland, and no matter how much like fruit or cinnamon that I put in it, it's just not my thing. So I'm gonna show you what I really eat. I eat the instant packet. And I also cook it in the microwave, which I get made fun of for, but nobody's got time to clean a pot. So I eat the organic, the maple and brown sugar one, and then I don't think that these are big enough because I'm still starving. That's dramatic. I'm still hungry after I eat one of these. So what I'll do is, this has seasoning, flavoring, not seasoning. So what I do is I put this in a bowl and then I'll add like a 1/4 cup of the regular bland oats to give me like a little something else, because it's just not enough. These are like the Capri Suns, like they're too small. I need something bigger. Come on, Quaker, help me out, I need something. And I also make muffins with oatmeal. What I'll do is I'll put it in a food processor and then I'll grind it up real good, and it actually has like a flour-based consistency, so you can cook with it. So the good thing about oatmeal is it is a soluble fiber, so it's gonna help you poop. Along with all of that, it also helps with muscle growth and repair. So eat your oats, people. Eat your oats. And next up on my list is berries. It could be any sort of berries: blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, schnozberries. Strawberries are currently my favorite, but I honestly will bounce between like strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, or blackberries. It just depends on how I'm feeling when I go grocery shopping. So I usually eat these as a snack, or I eat them especially in the morning time along with my oatmeal. Not only are they an excellent source of vitamin C, but they're also rich in antioxidants. They also reduce inflammation, which I'm all about. Moving on, we have chia seeds. So I will put these in my oatmeal in the morning. I'll usually do like just a regular spoonful. I'll just scoop it straight out of the bag. You can also put them in any type of muffin that you make. You can put them on salads. You can make chia seed pudding. Like, the opportunities are endless for these little guys. And they have about 6 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons. They have antioxidants, they have omega-3 fatty acids, and they have B vitamins. So I'm all about the chia seeds. They also have a lot of fiber. So like I said, with the oatmeal, it's gonna help you poop. On to the next. We have avocados, my absolute favorite fruit. They are a fruit, you can look it up. So I will put these on toast in the morning, like for breakfast. I also put them in like tacos, burritos for Taco Tuesday. I also do these delicious Copycat Cheesecake Factory avocado egg rolls, and they're so friggin' good. And I also incorporate them into stir-fry dishes. So avocados are a healthy form of unsaturated fats, and a lot of people are afraid of fats. Don't be afraid, have no fear. The avocado is frickin' here. They're delicious. Eat them. Don't be scared to eat. Everybody who's watching this, please. Also have vitamin E, and along with that, they have more protein than any other fruit. And they also have more potassium than a banana. Write that down. Okay, so next up on the list is green tea. It's my jam. I drink it every night before bed. Sometimes I'll drink it throughout the day, especially now that I'm home more. So it's loaded with antioxidants, and they actually say that the levels of this is higher than like in some fruits and vegetables. It also reduces inflammation. Running down the list, we got beans next. Beans are my favorite. Ever since I went plant-based, this has been like one of my main sources of protein. I'll incorporate these in like Taco Tuesdays. I'll food process them and make refried beans. We eat them for sheet pan. So these specifically are black beans, and they came from, shout out to Kev's mom, because she got them from El Salvador, and they're probably the best beans that I've ever had. She also taught me how to cook them, because I used to eat beans from a can. But now she taught me how to cook them on the stove, and they taste absolutely 10 times better, and I will never go back to eating beans from a can, because that's gross. They are a great source of iron, and iron actually carries oxygen from your lungs throughout your body to your cells. So low iron is associated with having low energy, and I know that there are a lot of women in the world that specifically struggle with low iron. And once again, fiber to help you poop. Along with that, they are in a low glycemic class. That pretty much means that it slowly releases sugar into your bloodstream, which accounts for like a longer source of energy. Next, we have the broccoli. I got 2. I will use this in stir fry and sheet pans, or I'll even use it in a side dish. So when I make like the avocado egg rolls, I'll do a side of broccoli and a side of rice to go along with. These little tree branches are loaded with magnesium, vitamin C, and a lot of folic acid. And I also read that broccoli actually has like an active antioxidant that keeps your skin looking smooth and young, which we all freaking want. Next, we got our apples. I will eat these throughout the day, especially when I'm craving sugar, and we don't really keep sugary things in our house, because if we do, I would be ginormous because I eat all of it. I essentially kind of like trick my body, but it's still getting sugar, but it really wants a donut. You feeling me? I really want a donut now that I said that. Like pretty much everything on this table, these have a lot of fiber, and a lot of the fiber is contained inside the skin. So if you do like peel the apple or take the skin off of the apple in some way, you're gonna lose a lot of that fiber. They say that apples can improve your mood and your heart health, and I'm here for it. Something else that I really learned, which was something else that I also learned about apples, is that the tartar the apple, so essentially between like a Gala and a Granny Smith, a green apple, the tartar the apple, the more antioxidants that it has. So this one has more, just because it's more tart. Oh, we got some broccoli remnants over here. I'm gonna clean that up. Make the kitchen look unrealistically clean for you. Without further ado, we have spinach. So I usually put this in like salads, but I'm gonna be real with you, like I haven't eaten a salad in probably like 6 months. So instead, I incorporate it into like when we do Taco Tuesdays, I'll actually put it in the food processor, like shred it down pretty good, and then I'll just put it inside the burritos that we make. Or like sometimes when I eat eggs, I'll like kind of shred it up with my hands and put it in my egg so it looks like a little mini omelet. And then whenever I feel motivated to make a smoothie at home, which is pretty much never, I'll put it in smoothies too. So pretty much all that this is used for is Taco Tuesdays. We just shred it up, put it in there, move on. But it's great because it's an excellent source of vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, folate, and magnesium. Plus they say it's really rich in antioxidants, so I believe them. And I just feel really good after I eat it. I forgot to tell you something else that I had. So some of the things that were not on my list, which I should have incorporated, but I totally forgot until now. I eat a lot of nuts too, so whether it's almonds, cashews, or even walnuts. Walnuts is something that I also put inside my oatmeal in the morning. So I'll do oatmeal, chia seeds, and walnuts, and it just kind of gives it a little crunch and it mixes it up just a little bit. I wanted to show y'all, since I'm plant-based, the type of like meat essentially. It's pretty much fake meat. I eat the Beyond meat. Since I don't eat meat, this is another source of my protein. I've read that this has a lot of like additives and salt, but when I do like stir fry or sheet pan or spaghetti, I'll put this in there and it's so good. And this is pushing like 16 grams of protein per serving. We honestly just cook the whole thing. There's like 4 sausage links in here. But I totally recommend that you guys get the hot Italian because the plain one don't taste so good. So like I said earlier, I'm an intuitive eater. I really don't weigh things. I don't count calories. I kind of really just tend to listen to my body, and if I'm hungry, then I'm hungry. I'm not gonna tell myself no. Like I said, that works for me. Some people it may not work, but I feel like I'm really in tune with my body, and I just have a really healthy relationship with food, so it's not really an issue for me personally. It's been a lot better than counting calories because I have counted calories before and it's just miserable. It's time consuming. I'm just really not into it. As long as I'm like making sure that I'm incorporating macros into my diet, then I really don't get too strict on it. But there is one thing that I really like to take because I have this like wild digestive tract. I've actually been drinking this amazing grass green superfood antioxidant for like forever. And I don't know if it's like a placebo effect or if it actually does aid in digestion. I drink this first thing in the morning. Besides this, I really don't supplement any other type of food. After a workout, sometimes I'll take protein powder. It's a plant-based protein powder. I'm not gonna be eating for a while, then sometimes I'll take that, but to be honest with you, I get a lot of my nutrients from my food. I also wanna add that I don't wait to eat when I wake up. Like the first thing that I think about when I open my eyes is food, so I head straight to the kitchen and eat almost immediately. If you guys have a superfood that you absolutely love and I didn't list it here, please mention it in the comments below because I'm all about food and like learning about new food, so I would love to hear what you have to say. I also want to take this time to remind you to enjoy your life. Like if you want a donut one day, just eat it. I'm really not restrictive on the things that I eat, especially when it comes to sweets. I just learned how to eat them in moderation. So if I'm craving a donut, like me and Kevin will go out and we'll get a donut. Like we're not gonna go overboard, but if your body wants like a sweet, like really don't punish yourself. Treat yourself. You deserve it, girl. Whoever's watching, you deserve it. Did you like the video? Nah, you was asleep. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys learned something. And if you didn't, like I said, thanks for still watching. We will see you in our next video. You say bye?